Hey everyone, it's Steve, and this is Tabletop Union. I have here Gryselle's Arenai, or Arenai. Arenai? Arenai. I think it's supposed to be like arena, so Arenai. For Warhammer Underworlds, Gnarlwood. This is a group of basically like Sisters of Slaughter, I believe they're called, for Daughters of Cain. And the leader, Gryselle, I'm not sure if she's just like some fancy Sister of Slaughter, like she's got the same sort of mass, but it's more horny. And so she might be some kind of like slaughter queen or something. I don't know. But I thought we'd take a look at it. 5 models. They're in sort of like maybe like a reddish magenta or something. It comes with the fighter cards. It comes with Gryselle's Arenai Rivals deck. And yeah, I think that's it, right? So they're doing it now. Let's get this a little cut and open it up. Oh, that's different. It's a cardboard box now. Used to be that black plastic. This is good. It's better for the environment, right? So let's open her up. Just nothing on the bottom. It's just the sort of woody stuff. I think it's just a red, not a magenta. It's weird. That's like corn colors, though. That, and yeah, just the one deck now. All right, so we'll quickly look through this. These don't come with options. It's all just like push fit. You don't need glue. But yeah, there's no variety in how you build them. Sometimes these can be really sort of a little confusing in how they go together, though. Like it could be like you got to weave like part of the body between like this arm on another piece that also has the other half of the body, then like make sure it comes up in front of like the hair because the face is on this piece as well. And so you got to be careful with that. You don't want to push too hard on anything thin, so keep your push into like the bodies and that. I prefer to, if you've watched other videos for Underworlds that I've done, I prefer to snip off the pegs and use glue. I just feel better having it glued together. But it is totally serviceable. Like it totally works if you just want to push fit them and not use glue. Yeah, don't look too difficult. Let's look at the parts. We got like a netter. All these like little buckler shield type things that are also weapons in their own right. Got like our whips and blades and bare midriffs. And the sculpted bases, which look like they're from like a arena floor with chains and limbs and stuff. Here we got the other half. Oh, I guess I should show the other side of this. Wow, isn't that exciting? And yeah, so this is danger sign right here. I'm real careful when clipping these out. Same with here and here. Honestly, there's a lot on these. The whip, the spear here, yeah. Some thin parts on these. Lots of flowing here. All right, now let's open the cards. Very careful. Like, I'm glad they're not giving us useless universal cards. Well, useless if you play Rivals or Nemesis. But I do miss it coming with that cardboard backing, so I could easily just cut there to open the packaging. Like, I don't want to damage the cards. There we go. All right, so some reading. Let me just take a little drink. All right, so Gryselle's Arenai, or Arenai. The Harcuran hurricane has descended on the Gnarlwood. Gryselle the Slaughterer leads her band of gladiators on a mission of sanctified murder to hone their skills. The Arenai are skilled warriors, each a veteran of countless duels to the death, but they are also peerless performers, their acrobatic leaps and dazzling flourishes making every act of carnage a prayer to their bloody god. Gryselle's coterie of killers each has her own speciality. Ritaria vaults across the battlefield while Calexis launches lightning-fast attacks with her bladed armor. Thriala's specialty is a barbed whip which she uses to toy with her victims as Traxia punishes each misstep made by her opponent with her blade and buckler. It's got a good flavor to it. The looks-wise, they're like not the most impressive to me. I think they're all right. The poses are cool. All right, so here we have the... bring it down a little bit here. Here we have Gryselle the Slaughterer, the leader. So if this is the third round of, or this fighter's attack action results in a critical hit, she inspires. Let's just see, make sure. Yeah, there's no like uninspire. Okay. So I think they all have acrobatic, which is when this fighter is dealt damage by an attack action, reduce that damage by 1 to a minimum of 1 for each dodge roll in the defense roll. So that's the arrow one. So they all have 4 of them have 2 dodge roll base, and Traxia has 1 shield. So that's like possibility of reducing it by 2 and reducing it by 1, just how it is. Now Gryselle has 4, but everyone else has 2 health, which is really fragile. So you're really going to be wanting to roll those dodges, not just not even if you like don't manage to beat the attack roll, you can still, like say they roll a crit, but you roll 2 dodges, you can still take off 2 damage from that. So these are very glass cannon aggro warband. They also have something called combo on most of their attacks. See, it is combo. Well, here, let's look at blur. So reaction after this fighter's attack roll, roll 1 attack dice for each success you rolled, including critical successes, and add these to the roll. Wow. Okay. And this one is Vault. During this fighter's charge super action, this fighter has the flying trait. Okay, that's straightforward. Follow up. After this fighter's attack action with combo, make this attack action. So yeah, so for Thriala the Lash, she has her Barbed Witch, which has the combo trait. So it doesn't have to be a successful one. Just after you make the attack with the Barbed Whip, then you can make an attack with the Bladed Buckler as a follow-up. So that's cool. If we look at their inspired sides, so Gryselle gains a movement, otherwise the same. Calexis gains a movement and an attack die on her blurring blades. Retaria gains a movement and an attack dice. Huh. Does she lose her vault when she's inspired? Because Blur is on Calexis inspired. It kind of looks like she loses her vault. It's interesting. Thriala the Lash gains a movement, gains a damage on her Barbed Whip, and that's it. And Traxia, here on a crit, she has Buckler Jab. Deal 1 damage to an adjacent fighter targeting this fighter. So I guess when she defends and rolls crits, she gets to deal damage. That's really cool. So she gains a movement and a point of damage. So I'm going to skip the objectives for now. I'm going to go straight to upgrades, because I know some upgrades can have combos on them. So I'll let you see each one of these. +1 wound, that's really nice. I'm pretty sure. Okay, so yeah, Quiplash. Reaction after this fight is attack action with combo. Make this attack action. Here's another one that when you have a combo. There's something called Persisting Flourish Gambits that seem like they go until the end of the turn, but this one makes it so that they aren't discarded at the end of the turn. It's stuck here. There we go. Another combo one here. There we go. Okay, so that's those. And here we got a flourish. So, Daring Flourish. -1 defense to a minimum of 1 from friendly fighters. +1 dice to friendly fighters, range 1 and range 2 attack actions. This effect persists until the end of the phase or until a friendly fighter's attack action that succeeds. So they seem to have a negative and a positive. So you're making yourself more open to attacks, but giving yourself more dice on the attack there. And like all of Gnarlwood stuff, the art is looking really nice. So yeah. And a few flourishes. Flourishes, a moment of rapture. If you successfully attack, you can heal 2 or inspire the fighter. All right. And lastly, we'll look through the, God, what are these called again? Objectives. Wow. So there. I'm looking for stuff that involves combo or flourish, just because that's their unique mechanics. This one's really easy. Score this in an interface if 2 or more surviving friendly fighters are inspired. Unless you get it really late, then it seems pretty easy. Here's Grandstand, Surge Duel. Score this immediately after a friendly fighter's attack action if that attack action succeeded and 2 or more of your warband's flourish gambits were persisting during that action. So you want to play that with like that card that doesn't that causes flourishes not to expire, I guess, or with 2 flourishes down that don't trigger off what your fighter just did. 1 or more warband's flourish gambits were persisting. I don't think there's anything about combos there. I thought maybe there would be one if you killed an enemy with like a combo attack. All right, so I'm back with the assembled Gryselle's Arenai. Pardon the band-aid, I cut myself a little bit. So, this is Gryselle. These, when put in together, some of them have the thing where you need to sort of put the arms in, but they don't really slot into like a hole or anything very like at all. You just gotta have those sort of like stay there while you push the front over top of them. Now I use glue, so that helps some, but you want to be careful, make sure that everything is oriented correctly before you really go for broke on pushing it together. It's not bad. Up next we have Friala. Just having trouble reading my writing. She's, the pose is kind of cool, but she's pretty basic looking. The whip is, you got to be careful of that. That could break easily. I'm going to need to try and fill some gaps there. But, yeah. Now this one is Calexis. Wow. It's It's really hard to read that. So this is pretty cool. The dashing forward pose with the arms sort of swept back with the blades on them. This one's really cool. And then you got like the bladed helm, like it's like a spike going forward. Yeah. It's a pretty cool one. This is maybe my second favorite. And then we have Traxia, I believe. She's the one with the shield that you can follow up with after using your combo strike. I had some issues with aligning this arm correctly, and looking back at it, I don't think I quite got it right. Because there's like a gap in there. But I don't think I'll be able to do anything about that unless I want to break it. And I don't. And you gotta like look up under there to see it, so it'll be fine, especially when it's just being used as like a game piece, right? I trimmed a little too much off the bottle there at the top, I think. And this one's probably my favorite just because, well, it's got the most interesting pose. Creates a nice little scene in itself. This is Rataxia? Rataxia? We'll say Rataxia. I could be wrong. It's hard to read. I wrote over top of them, and it's like black on like a dark red there, so yeah. And I have chicken scratching writing, so but yeah, it's very cool. Using the net to sort of like give it some air, jumping over this bit of like fallen column. No, I think this is a great one. It's like it really captures the whole arena fighter, gladiator kind of vibe. It's got a cool face mask with the horns, and like nets are interesting. Trying to tell. Yeah, that's not just sprue. That's supposed to be there. So yeah, that is Gryselle's Arenai. What do you think of them? I know the response to them has been kind of underwhelming. They're a very Marmite kind of team. Although not even Marmite, because a lot of people don't like them. Some people love them, and a lot of people are just like, eh. I'm pretty about them. They're one of the weakers. I think it's probably Exiled Dead is the worst one that they've done, I think. And this would be second. At least in terms of just the models. I'm sure the gameplay is interesting. All right. So, yeah. If you like this, toss me a like. If you want to see more, subscribe. And I'll hopefully see you next time.